am Tamela with Tamela and Taylor's Treat Talk Tuesday. And I am, as I said, Tamela with Torlitas for that sweet and crunchy taste. Torlitas is a dessert company located right here in the state of Ohio, where we specialize in chocolatey treats. My number one claim to fame are my signature blondies, which are white corn tortilla chips with milk chocolate, white chocolate, and almond toffee pieces. This was a business I created back in the year, well, the idea was in 2000, but officially much later in 2012. So if you want to know more about me and my business, you can go to at Torlitas. That's T as in Tuesday, Orlitas on any social media platform. Over to Taylor.
Hi, I'm Taylor and I'm from Michigan. I am a custom cake designer. I love to create sweet treats for your special occasion, and I can be found at Sweet SWEET Spirit SPIRIT dot treats TREATS on all social media platforms. And I am so grateful to be here today. I'm thankful for Tamela coming along, and or not coming along because we work together. Okay, we do
Yes.
equal work. But just getting this podcast started. You're here in a brand new year, and we got some things we want to talk to you about. So
Yes. Happy New Year,
I'm excited.
everyone.
Yes.
So you can catch our podcast every Tuesday on anchor.fm. That's anchor.fm or wherever you listen to your podcast. And guess what? We got something new. We are now on YouTube at Tamela and Taylor's Treat Talk Tuesday. So if you want to see us and comment and share, we would love to get your feedback on ways to improve or some topics that you have or some questions you have about how to bake something, how to make something in chocolate, and what kind of tools that we use. And maybe we'll go over some of that in the year in 2021. But
Yeah.
for now, guess what, Taylor?
Today, what
Today,
do we have, Tamela?
coming up. So I'm going to get real quiet here. We have 5 secret tips on how to run your food based business or your treat based business on social media. 5 secret tips. So we'll get right into it. So we have 5 secret tips to run your treat based business on social media. We think this is very helpful. And Taylor and I are going to tag and interject here. And I think you'll find this very informative. And please like and share our information with another food based entrepreneur, someone that may be getting started or someone that is already started. Maybe they can pick up a tip or two from us. Okay. So the
Yes.
first one is pick your platform, meaning what, Taylor?
Meaning whichever platform you choose to sell your treats on. Some people use Etsy, some people use social media like Facebook, Instagram. Whatever you pick, whichever platform you pick, you need to master that platform before you go on to other platforms. So once you say, for instance, you pick Facebook, right? Most people put up pictures. This is what I did. I started by like posting pictures of things that I made, right? And so I didn't have a business account yet. I didn't have good pictures yet. I just was like, this tastes good. I gave some to some people I knew, and they was like, yes, it does taste good. So I was like, so they started commenting on the pictures that I posted, right? So it all like kind of snowballed from there. But if I would have known from the beginning, I would have had a business account set up, so I can keep track of what people like. I would have had an automated system on Facebook. Messenger, meaning even if I'm not there, it won't take 2 hours for them to get a reply, for what they want. things like that. So that's what we mean by picking a platform that you want and being consistent in it. It goes a very long way to stick to one thing and master it. Um, Learn everything about it that you can before you move on to something else.
Well, definitely. I think also is that when you have to get a little deep, and we can help with this. This is, this is what we do. We can definitely help you if a entrepreneur wants to hire one of us to look over or even create a platform for your business. So this is some things that we also, these are like kind of like the weeds kind of thing, or the very detailed type of stuff. So pick your platform that is best for your audience. If your
Right.
audience is young and vibrant and um, uh, a lot of music and a lot of activity and things like that, you might want to go on TikTok. You might
Right.
want to create a TikTok account.
Mhm.
If your audience is a little seasonal, over 40, you might want to choose a platform like Facebook or even Pinterest. Pinterest, I had no idea, is huge. It's huge for that
Right.
over 40, over 30 and 40 age group. And you can do a lot of good business through those platforms. But then you have Twitter, you have Instagram is a fan favorite. Instagram is, and the list goes on. There's a new one called Clubhouse, but you have to be an Apple user in order to get into that. It's kind of like a very new
A
platform.
secret club.
A secret club, yeah,
A
goes along with
secret
our
club.
5 secret tips.
Right.
So,
Another thing
yeah.
Another thing that I wanted to point out is that when you are using things like TikTok or any of the like the video streaming platforms, you don't necessarily have to sell your treats to make income on there. You can do things like affiliate marketing. You can do things like like having brand ambassadors. You
Hmm.
can use other people's products.
Yep.
Like you can say you're doing like something, a gluten-free cookie, and you got like a deal with like, I don't know, like General Mills or something, and to use their gluten-free flour. It's lots of ways that you can tie these things into your business without leaving your home, first of all,
Hmm.
because a lot of people are stuck inside. So it's just,
Yes.
you getting creative. So when you're picking your platform, also pick like what you want to do. A lot of things people just like fall into it, but it's not really a fall into it. That's what you were passionate at, and you just for the world to see. So if that happens, you pick your platform and just run with it.
Sounds good to me. And also, there's a lots more that goes into picking a platform, like when to post, when are people most active viewing your post. It's a lot of analytics that goes behind your posting as well. How many
Yeah.
impressions? How many? Give me some other ones, Taylor. How many impressions? How
Um,
many? What time
your
of
stories,
day?
how
How,
yep, how good your stories are doing. But
yeah.
these things you have to have, like I know for Instagram and for Facebook, you have to have business accounts to even be able to go into these things or be able to
Yes.
look at them. You
Yes.
have to you have to have that part set up. And you can turn your personal account into a business account by just doing like a few simple clicks on like Instagram. I know for sure. So just, yeah, analytics.
Yes.
That's a very big
That
thing
sums it
because
up.
all of that information to know when to post, what to
Yes.
post, and always ask questions, especially to people who are commenting. You can put things on your stories.
Mm-hmm.
They have polls that you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just so it's easier for you to get feedback. And if you don't have any business, go to other people that are doing the same thing and find out what their audience, is asking them and ask those same questions.
That's a really good idea. And also, please know that you should be posting on other um, other people's post as well, because they say, oh, I
Commenting.
like what they said, let me go to their site and see what they're doing. So it's
Right.
all about who your audience is. That's so major. What their
Hmm.
likes are, what do they do after the 5 o'clock hour? Do they have children? Do they like vacations? And there's so much more that goes into after you pick your platform. But it's most important to get feedback. It's most important to show up often, go live at least once or twice a week, because what you're doing is showing a know, like, and trust factor. People want to know who they're buying from. People want to know who they're engaged with. People want to know what you're all about. What do you do? What do you look like? What do you sound like? What do you like? What else do you do? Those kinds of things. Now, you don't have to tell all your business. Okay. But
You don't have to tell all your business, but you need to be relatable because
relatable.
that's
People
how
buy
people,
from
yeah,
people they like or that they
or
relate
people,
to. One of the things I
yeah.
do want to say before we move on to the second secret tip, but I think that it's important that everyone knows that, yeah, you can post about your business on your personal account, if you have a Facebook or whatever platform you're on, but
Hmm.
the likelihood of those people really coming to your site to get information or to buy, they're not interested. They just want to know about you and your personal life or whatever you're sharing personally. But it's important to get a business, a site, a platform, get an account with your business name on it so you can start building that brand identity. Okay.
Correct.
Correct.
Our second tip is, we told that a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? So with being in the tree industry, you are always trying to showcase what you're doing. You're trying to show people so that in the hopes that they will be buyers of your product, right? So so I had so last month I had some open and honest feedback about my social media platform.
Yes.
You know, so
Do
so this is
tell.
what so this is what I learned from that conversation. All right, people, I learned how to make my own light box because I needed it at the time. Um, you want to tell a story, whatever you do, whether it's you're telling a story with your stories, basically. If you use Instagram, Facebook, anything like that, YouTube even has stories now. But you want to tell that story. You want to tell the same stories with your food. You want people to understand that when I got this, she put love, she put care, you know,
Took
it
her
was it
time. It
yeah,
was
she took her
nice. The
time. It
packaging.
was yeah, it was handcrafted, it was well built. Now, how can you get all of that in one picture? Or how can you get all of that, in one story? So for me personally, what I like to do is um I use 3 apps all the time. I use Canva, I use InShot, and I use TikTok. The reason why I use these three is because I like how I can just click on TikTok and it can kind of like put them together in the right order for me, and it helps me not have to be as creative. But it makes the videos and the pictures look really nice. So take good pictures with good lighting, pictures where you can see the details. If you are drawing little bitty swirls on each, say, sugar cookie that you're making, and it took you, 30 minutes to make a sugar cookie, and now you're like, these sugar cookies are $6 each. If you take a picture and it's just like a little flash, you got some shadows over here or some shadows over there, nobody's gonna know that it took all that time and effort and energy, to make these treats um as beautiful as you did. So I like those 3 platforms because once I take a good picture, because the picture is worth 1,000 words, they help to showcase the picture in a very, clean way. So that's that's what What do you have for that, Tamla, as far as like pictures of your treats and things like that?
Well, I think you're absolutely spot on. I know that lighting is great, even if you have like on a bright sunny day. It's best to be have natural sunlight in addition to
Right.
your light. If you need something like a ring light, I'm gonna put this here. I got this off Amazon. That's important. That helps with your lighting, even though my lighting's not so great today. Um, but that helps. And you
Right.
know that now I can get it back right. But anyway, I guess you can see me. I
Yeah.
it's also important to know that the you have ring lights, you have natural light, your pictures really is your brand. And if your pictures aren't wonderful, I mean, you might get someone that's, just scroll past, but you might get someone that stops and looks and expands that picture to see really what is she doing. Oh, that is really unique. That really is very intricate. And people will, you know, I guess the proof is in quote unquote the pudding, where
Yeah.
you say, okay, this cookie is $6, and here is why
Hmm.
this cookie is $6. Or if
Right.
I'm putting extra glitter sparkle on a chip that for my custom orders with a custom color, and a custom sprinkle or something like that, it shows the your audience, excuse me, your audience that you really do take that extra step in creating a
Right.
product for them. So
Yeah. And so you want to make sure that they see all of the effort that you put into your project, into providing a service for them. So make sure you have good quality pictures. You can take great pictures with your cell phone. You
I
just
do
have
all the
to
time.
yeah, just play with it. Click on the more features. I know mine has different settings for like food or live focus or all those different things, and you just have to learn the platform. Even if it's
Yeah,
camera, if it's where you're selling things, if it's your skill development and making the treats. But you want to tell a story. You want people to know how these things are made. The effort that you have to put into them, so that they could feel like they're not being cheated. A lot of people feel like they're being cheated, and I'm like, oh, that took you, not a lot of time to make, and then you're like, it
yeah,
took
it,
me hours.
it took
It
longer than
took
you
me
expect. Let
hours.
me tell you, it takes longer than you expect. And not
Right. You
only
got to walk
that,
people through the process of what you're doing.
yes, not only that, you want to be able to, maybe they want to share your picture. Wouldn't that be nice for free advertisement? Someone to share
Right.
your picture. And,
Hmm.
we're all in this to a lot of people when you're in business. Oh, I just want to create my product and give it to people and let people enjoy it. That's wonderful. I did that too when I started out. I gave away so much, but in that time I had to really like, okay, well, I buy quality ingredients. They're not
Right.
just giving me these items. And if you're in business, you're in business to make money. You want to support yourself, you want to support your family, you want to support your future. So that's something I want to throw out, there as well. I'm not sure where that fits in for the pictures, but I thought that was a good note to
Well,
to
that
say.
all leads, yeah, that all leads to a more profitable business if your pictures are great, if people can see them. Um, Whether you're a home base or not a home base, always try to keep a clear space with nothing else is around, so that you can take your pictures. When I first started, I would just be like running behind, and I would hurry up and take a picture. And I was like, man, that cake was cute. And then I could see like my stove behind it, or like my mixer or something. And then I'm like, I can't even post this picture because you can't
But
even like you can't crop it so it's just that, because when you crop it so it's just that image, then it looks all distorted because it's like, where's the background? So, you know, take the time
Yeah.
to 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 set aside, 30, 40 more minutes, maybe, or it can even be 10 or 15, just to take the pictures outside of the box, on a cake stand, create a scene,
Yes.
create an atmosphere so that you can, sell more. It all is going to lead to more profits for you.
Yeah, you have to invest in some props, and maybe it's just a plant, sitting behind the item, or maybe it's maybe it's your tools, maybe it's a spatula, maybe it's a bowl. So there's things that you can do that you have at home that's not an extra cost. You just use those things, and of course they need to be nice and presentable. They don't need to have the a smear of chocolate on the bowl and all that kind of stuff. I mean,
I guess it
you can be
depends, because
fun
if
with
you
it.
just like are dripping some chalk, everything could really be. It depends on what you're doing, what your
Yeah,
business is.
I
Um,
agree with that.
when I first started, I would just put up a white sheet to cover up my cabinet.
Hmm.
I did like some thumbtacks on my cabinet, and I
Yeah,
put a white sheet, and that was like my backdrop, and then it came all the way down my counter, and so that was very easy for me to do. I had a white sheet,
economical.
I had
Mhm.
some thumbtacks, and I just didn't want the sink in the picture anymore. Okay, people.
And it worked. And
And
it
it
worked.
worked. It worked out good. Yeah.
And
So use what you have.
use what you have is the most important thing until you want to do something better. And also in Canva, you can erase the background if you're in
Right.
a different package that they have. But we'll go on. We'll go on to the number three secret, which is consistency is key. When it
Right.
comes to being consistent, you don't want to post on your platform on Monday, January, whatever, and then they don't show that you don't see them again until the end of February posting something. You have to be consistent. There are different there's different programs like Planology. Planology, I think
Hmm.
there's also on Facebook. I think you can pre-post things. There's a few other packages. We'll kind of maybe
Yeah,
I'll
they
put
got
together a
different.
list.
Yeah, different schedulers.
Hmm. Hootsuite, I
Post
think it was a
post
big one.
schedulers.
Hootsuite was back in the day.
Yeah. So you can do Facebook. You can do it on Instagram. When you go to hit post, it says like post now or post later, and
Hmm.
so all of those things are very good. And even if, say, you have your month planned out, um so you're like, all right, so last month I knew I was gonna make hot chocolate bombs. But I didn't really know like what I wanted to what like how I wanted them to look and things like that. But so it's snowy outside. People celebrate Christmas. People are gonna celebrate, like New Year's. So if you use like the Canva app that we were talking about, um, sometimes I go and I make backgrounds without having the pictures yet. But I know I can put the picture into the background, but
That's a
it's
good
just so
tip.
I can have something um that I want to post, and it be already there. So if I
Hmm.
just like, all right, I got an order for chocolate peppermint cookies, right? So I know that I want to have a wintry theme behind it. So I'm just going to do like some snowflakes, or, like certain color schemes, some white, some blue, some icicles, because that's the season that you're in. And so now, say you're getting ready for next month, a lot of people celebrate, Valentine's Day.
Hmm.
So you can go and you can start doing things like with the colors of your business. You could start making like little cute sayings. You could start designing different things, and then you just do like your post scheduler. When you start making more of those treats, you can just add in the pictures, and then say I want to post it the next day. So it's easier. You have to make room to be consistent. But when you're in a groove of like creativity, I guess.
Yes.
um make multiple things. You don't have to finish them all. I normally get most creative like in the morning, and so I make like maybe like 5 or 6 different backgrounds that I can use, and I don't have pictures for them already.
Mhm.
But I know that once I get the different pictures, because I have days that I bake stuff, um, I can just have content because I'm taking pictures, showing people the process of how I make things, and in that way, I have content, more and more and more in content, post consistently.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also, I was just thinking when you were speaking, is that I heard a suggestion, I know at least a couple years ago, that you should record at least 11 seconds of your day every day
Hmm.
for content. You don't have to use it immediately. You don't,
Right.
but you can take snippets of it, whether you're out shopping for your products, whether you're using one of your
Oh, okay.
tools, whether you are speaking with someone, on face to face or on YouTube or Zoom. Just record 11 seconds of your day, or even your thoughts about your product or business, or your thoughts about something that is relatable to your business, and
Right.
or to your world, or what you want people to know. It's good to have that, just that arsenal. It's like, gosh, what am I going to what am I going to post? And it's also good to have a posting calendar. Maybe we can um, send a link to for posting calendar to our audience. And kind of this way you kind of this way you lay out what you're going to say and when and what date, so it's not a big scramble every day. I haven't been great at it, but I'm going to get better at it in 2021. It's called a posting calendar, a social media posting calendar. So that's our number three secret tip to run your treat based business on social media. Now we're on to number four. Where you start is not where you end up. Taylor?
Correct. So for this one, I was just thinking about mostly like my first days of like posting things, and really just how development is going to take time for you to develop a rhythm of what you want to post, your style of posting. Um, you may only like the color white on your background. You might only like, you might like less color. You might do, say you do chocolate. So you want to only post things that are like neutral colors so your chocolate always stands out, or you might like just a minimal amount of colors, so you might do like a chocolate, I don't know, like a chocolate bar, and then put like raspberries around it because they're bright for color. So the way your brand and your skill is going to develop over time. Your pictures, your posting, um, what you actually like. It's You don't have to be having like self-defeating thoughts because you're not where somebody else is. Because somebody else had to go through a process, to get there. The pictures that I see, like I always like to go down to like the very first when people started like their accounts and like look at it, because it gives you hope, right? You're like, oh man, look at where they are today because they're posting so much. But if you scroll back and you're like, man, this is not how they started. They had no rhyme or reason. You just gotta you gotta have confidence that you're getting better and you're doing better. This podcast,
I
the first
totally
one
agree.
was like, we're never doing that again. We're never talking to anybody else again because it was not working out. The microphone's like, but excuse my sound effects.
Well,
But
no. Are you talking about our
yeah,
first, our podcast, our podcast? Oh man.
Yeah, the first one.
Let me tell you, it's getting better along the way. The first
Right.
time we didn't
But
even
that's because we had
record.
to go through those things. Yeah, we did. We was like, we
We
not
thought we were
posting none of
recording,
that.
but we didn't.
Yeah. For like an hour, people. But yeah, that's how you know where you start is not where you have to end up. Just be hopeful, keep pushing, do something. You can even go as far as to like, these are three things that I did good today. Write down the three things you did good today. These are three things that I want to get better at. You know what I mean? And just monitor yourself. A lot of people don't take into account their small wins, and so they feel like, oh man, I'm not doing great because I didn't get 100 new subscribers. And it's like, it's really not about the subscribers. Once you
Please
develop
say that
you,
again. Would you
everything else
please say
around
that
you.
again? Because there is, say it again.
It's not about subscribers. It's about developing yourself. And once you develop yourself, everything else around you will start to run more smoothly. If you start doing scheduling, you start just paying attention to your life. We were talking earlier about how much time we waste
Yes.
um scrolling. It's sad but true that we waste so much time, and it's like midnight and it's like, why do you not sleep yet? Like, we have to able to look back and say, I started here, but I'm not here now. Things I got much better. I looked at my small wins, and they're leading to something greater. So develop yourself, and everything else will fall into place.
Right on point. And the other thing that I would add to that is don't be afraid to invest in yourself and in your skill building because it's important.
Right.
It's important to learn, it's important to do your own research, and it's very important to get outside your own bubble and see what someone else is doing. See what
Right.
someone else is, what their ideas are. And if it aligns with something that you want to do, or you want to take a version of what they're doing, to better yourself and your product, then do that. But don't be afraid to invest in yourself. And yes, it might little bit of coin, okay,
Right.
that it might take. It will come over time where you're able to build and build because at different levels there's different information that you can obtain, and I don't want people to know you have to know it all. And guess what, you know more than some people. You know that most people, what you're doing
Yeah.
today, that you've learned, that you've acquired the information on how to do something, people don't know it. People don't know. And if they don't, if everybody's out there doing the same thing, you're the person that might get through to them. So
Right.
don't be afraid to start where you are, and grow over time.
Right. Number five. Number five. Number five. Number five.
Secret tip.
So number five. This is our final tip. Our final secret. Your payment systems. So a lot of people that I know use things like Cash App, PayPal, Stripe, Vimeo, Google Pay, or Apple Pay. Um, your payment system is what is gonna show your sales. It's what's gonna show you um, how much profit you're getting. It has to be, something that's accessible to a variety of people. So you want to have at least, I want to say at least three different payment systems. You want to have the payment systems that have like trackers, so you can track your sales once again, and you want to have them that they're credible. You know what I mean? So if it's something new that just came out, it's good to try new things because most things are going to grow, over time. But you do want to make sure that it's a secure system, that's verified through a lot of different people. through their website, that they have guarantees that if something doesn't work, you'll be able to get your money back, or your customer, you'll be able to refund, do different things like that. Because at the end of the day, you are running a business. You don't want somebody to say, "Hey, I went to her and she did this." Say I paid for something for like $30, and the everything was like okay, but she didn't have the payment system that I use. So then I had to like go to something else, and then it was just a big headache for me to pay for something. So I'm not buying anything else from her. And at the end of it, you want the client to be happy. You want them to come back and be a repeat customer.
Right.
So just have at least like three, I would say three common payment systems so that they can pay you, so that it's smooth. Um, and that's just more efficient, for your business. You have
I
anything?
agree. So, also, I just wanted to let people know that they should open a separate business checking account in order to run these payment platforms through
Right.
Zoom, or excuse me, through Cash App or PayPal or any of those ones you just mentioned, because you
Hmm.
need to keep it separate. You need to keep it separate. Comes tax time and things like that. I know it's kind of like the gray area people want to just glaze over, but it's important when it comes to your having a treat based business or dessert based business or food based business, really any business, but we're talking about treats and we're talking about desserts and things like that. So those kinds of things are important. Also, just a little sidebar that Stripe is owned by PayPal, Cash App is owned by Square. So
Okay.
they interact. So if you think, oh, I got Square, well, it's Cash App. Oh, I have PayPal. Well, someone has Stripe. It's the same thing. It's under those umbrellas. So
Okay.
just do a little bit of research if you're interested in that. But yeah, there's so many now payment platforms that you can use to receive payment through your or for your products. And also, I need to also say that it doesn't have to be a physical product. We have digital products as well. Taylor, do you have a digital product that you would like
Yes,
to
I
share?
do. Yes, so I have an ebook that I work on. It's called The Power of Simple Syrup. And it's a great book. It has recipes, it has instructions. A lot of people use simple syrups for drinks. I use them for cakes. I use them to keep the cakes moist and flavorful. And I love using them because that's one of the a compliment that I get a lot of times, that the cake was moist, and that it tastes good. And so that's what I
Good.
have.
And where can they
Digital
find that?
product that can be found if you click the link in my bio on my Instagram or my Facebook. You can connect and you can get a copy of my ebook.
At what's your name on those platforms?
Oh, though my name on those platforms are Sweet, SWEET dot Spirit, SPIRIT dot Treats, TREATS.
Excellent, excellent. And the cost?
The cost is only $10, so
Excellent.
you'll be able to get. I have recipes for simple syrups with um, that are fruit based, that are more savory, and also that use natural sweeteners. So
Okay, nice. Okay, I don't have a digital product yet, a ebook yet, but it's coming soon, and I'll be rolling that out over the next couple or 3 weeks. Okay. So, you've just heard Tamela and Taylor's 5 secret tips to run your treat based business on social media. And hopefully, you enjoyed what we shared and that you learned something or you already knew it, but you maybe had some other additional information.
yeah.
And I have to sneeze. And we definitely want your feedback. Again, my name is Tamela,
And I'm
and
Taylor.
And Taylor, exactly. And we came together. We are both from rival states, and we came together through a platform that we both belong to. And we knew that we had something in common called desserts and sweet treats. And
Right.
I reached out to Taylor, and she reached out to me, and we came together and formed Tamela and Taylor's Sweet Tamela and Taylor's Treat Talk
Treat
Tuesday.
Talk Tuesday.
Exactly. And this is our fifth episode, but our first of 2021. And we have some exciting things coming ahead, and we are in the planning stages of what we're going to roll out for the months to come. So we would definitely enjoy your feedback. We would enjoy that you share our podcast, or you can even share our YouTube. This will be up on YouTube as well.
Hey.
And we definitely, if you have some feedback for us, you're welcome to go to Treat Talk Tuesday at gmail.com. That's Treat Talk Tuesday at gmail.com. And Taylor, you want to have something that you want to end with?
I just want to say I'm super excited for the things that we have planned and that are coming this year. I'm excited that we got our YouTube up. I'm excited that we did this podcast. And I'm just happy that I found somebody else to connect with that I can talk to about desserts, because nobody really understands unless they do the same thing that you do, are in the same industry that you're in. So I'm excited. I want you guys to keep giving us feedback, keep listening, and have a blessed week.
Absolutely. Ditto. So again, I am Tamela with Torlitas for that sweet and crunchy taste. You can find me on any platform at Torlitas. That's T as in Tuesday, Orlitas.
And I'm Taylor, and I can be found on all social media platforms at sweet.spirit.treats. Thank you.
All right. Peace out. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Till next time.